program creates a stage payment schedule. Here is a summary of the stage payments at the top of this sheet. At the moment, there is no amount for the initial payment. The first payment is due on the completion of oversight phase. The second stage payment is due on completion of joists phase, and so on. You can change the names of these stage payments further down in the detailed breakdowns for each. Throughout the entire program, yellow cells mean they have default entries that can be changed. The amounts required at each stage payment can be changed. You can scroll down to see a breakdown of what each stage payment includes. So let's go down to the payment for the completion of oversight phase. By default, this payment is made up of 100% of the foundation costs. It includes just 80% of the drainage cost because the rest of the drainage will be done towards the end of the job, like the manhole covers after the driveway or a patio might be laid. It also includes 100% of the ground floor construction costs. So these make up the stage payment due at the completion of the oversight phase. Each stage also lets me edit the percentage of profit I want to include in the stage payment. Let's look at the stage payment due at the construction phase for completion of the joists. This payment covers 35% of the walls cost, 50% of the scaffolding, and so on. We can easily change these if we require a different percentage of costs to be included in a stage payment. For example, in the stage payment for the completion of the wall plate phase, the program has allowed for 20% of the scaffolding cost. I'll change that to 10%. It then shows me I still have 10% of the scaffolding costs remaining that I need to claim. I'll choose to have that 10% of scaffolding cost later on in this stage payment. All I need to do is click on an available cell to select scaffolding from the drop-down list. Notice that this is the only thing available in the list because 100% of the costs for all the other stages of the job have been taken into account already. So scaffolding is the only thing I have left to include. After selecting scaffolding, it tells me that 10% of the scaffolding cost is remaining, so I'll enter that here to claim that 10% in this stage payment. If I enter a percentage that is too high, meaning I am claiming over 100% of a stage of the job, the program will warn me in red text. You can edit any of the stage payments in this way to suit you, or leave them set as default to what we recommend. To show this further, say I delete all of these for the completion of roof payment, the drop-down list will show these stages of work as still available, which means there are costs outstanding still to claim within a stage payment. I'll select one of these and it tells me what percentage is outstanding. The order we set these stages of work carry through to the work schedule in that same order, so bear that in mind if you change anything here. Let's scroll back up to the summary of stage payments. I've not set an initial payment, but if you require an initial payment before or at the start of the job, this is very simple to specify. Whatever amount you want to claim at the beginning, it will need to come out of other stage payments. You can enter amounts you want deducted from the other stage payments to make up the initial payment here. I will take £5,000 from the oversight stage payment. I will also take some from the last stage, which is the completion of contract payment. I don't want the last stage payment to be too high an amount, as in my experience, this payment can sometimes be delayed if there are any snagging lists, so I will take £5,000 from that stage. I've made sure 100% of the profit for the job has all been taken before the last stage payment is due. Now the initial payment is £10,000. This is displayed up here in the stage payments summary, and the other payments that we took the amounts from are now adjusted. That's the stage payment schedule complete. Now, when you generate the written quotation for the client, it will have updated the stage payment amounts to match these changes. Now let's go to the retention sheet as a percentage will be retained for the job I am pricing. Say you want a retention of 3% of the total cost. You can either enter this here, and the relevant amounts will be taken from each stage payment, or 3% of the total cost can be taken off the last stage payment. You may want to have both, some of the retention amount taken from every stage payment and the rest from the last payment. Notice the stage payments before and after retention has been deducted are detailed here.